Hello my friends and welcome to Grim Reactions. I'm Eric and today we're watching episode 7 of The Witcher. First of all, I would like to say that I've been given Yennefer a lot of crap that she doesn't deserve. I have reconsidered my position on Yennefer. I've been like kind of harsh on her about this whole quest of hers to regain the ability to have children, because it was her choice, so to speak, when she got the enhancements at Aretuza. I always thought that she knew what she was signing up for. And what I didn't consider really was, what if she didn't do that? Like, what would the consequences be for someone who refuses to graduate, someone who refuses to undergo the enhancements? Like, maybe the choice she made was not so much a choice, you know? Maybe it's like if you're stuck high up in a burning building and you can, well, the choice is you can stay and burn to death, or you can jump. You know? I mean, it's technically you made the choice to jump, but you're still screwed. You know? It's... So I don't know. I don't know what the consequences would have been if she decided to not have the enhancements. But I don't think they would have been anything good. So I've decided to give her some slack, you know? So, episode 7. Just this one and the last one to go. There's a couple of things I'm curious about. Mainly, well, of course, I mean, the overarching story I'm very curious about to see how it ends. But I'm also very curious, like one specific tiny thing that I'm curious about is the doppelganger who went after the Black Knight towards the end of the previous episode. I'm wondering if he's going to show up again, and in what form, and I'm wondering, because it feels like he might not show up. But I'm curious because of the fight that he had, like he got a bigger role than I anticipated. And I'm curious if that has a payoff. Other than that, of course, I'm curious as to like the timelines. They still seem wonky. Still seems unclear when we are, you know. And what's the deal with Ciri? And yeah. So, I wonder if we're going to come into it now and some time have passed. Because I don't know, the way that Yennefer and Geralt separated in the previous episode didn't feel very good. And what role does Yennefer play now? Like, is she back to being a separate story? Or, yes, like, I have no idea what's gonna happen. So let's go find out. Hi, Ciri. So we're starting off with Ciri in this episode.
About a week.
And what about by foot?
Yeah, who would ever do that? Who would ever try to walk?
Isn't safe if you're alone.
No.
It's the same as every other place.
She has quickly become quite jaded, which is understandable. Ooh, that's a very nice and epic image. An army. A large army. Nilfgaardian, I assume.
It was a Sintra that I wasn't coming back.
Yet here you are.
Hi, Mousesack. This is the real Mousesack.
He
She.
is a girl.
Yes, she is.
Yes.
Why
Yes,
do you
why
think
now?
she's not safe?
I saw an army making camp at the Emerald Pass.
Oh, this must have been shortly. Oh, we're closing in on the Nilfgaardian invasion.
Were you followed?
No.
Are you sure about that? Ooh, this is a cool cellar. I like it. Oh, these people. I never understand these people who mess with Geralt, because it never ends well for the others. Like, it never ends well for the people who mess with him.
The Nilfgaardian.
There's a good amount of really good music in this.
We've taken on every pissant pretender for a dozen years. If Nilfgaard need to learn the lesson the rest of them have, we'll be ready for them.
Except you weren't. Not even close.
If you treated me more like a friend than a threat, do you know the difference anymore?
She's busy playing the Game of Thrones.
I'll pay whatever you want.
I can't be bored.
That's it's pretty funny coming from a mercenary.
Then Pavetta lives on too.
And this is why Calanthe was told Ciri to seek Geralt. Because he was fresh on her mind.
No, don't curse me out on a whim. Who needs you when I've got him?
Quality puppet theater. Little Ciri. The actress is doing a pretty good job, I think. Kind of impressive.
We don't have much. We've got a sight more than you do. Roof, food, space on the floor to sleep.
I would be hesitant to accept help.
Grand.
Because who else would be better to be disarming and to get girls to trust you than someone like that? That woman. Good call, Ciri. Good call.
But you will always be mine. I need you to be brave now, because who are you?
The lion couple.
Yes, exactly. So they met.
Pleased to meet you, Princess.
Wait, what the frick? What the freaking... Wait, what?
Of course.
Is it parallel universes? Or is she playing? Is this just an actor? Is that the whole idea? She's not gonna give up. It's a servant girl or something. She's not gonna give up Ciri. Oh yes, of course. That would make so much sense if it was just a servant girl. Yes, that's the escape. The escape path.
Karen, Anton, I have to go.
What? No.
Yeah, there. No, yeah, she's there. She's sitting right there. On the right side.
Highness.
He found out. I like this. I like this.
Ciri is safe with me until the day she takes over my throne.
Listen to me.
It got me Pavetta dead. I won't lose Ciri too.
No, I don't think that was the problem.
Fuck right off. We have an army, a navy, and me.
A dynasty can't
Yeah.
survive on arrogance alone.
I was gonna say arrogant. The problem is that she is quite competent. So she thinks she can solve every problem herself.
What if Calanthe is wrong? What if they come and Ciri is trapped?
I fight side by side with my queen.
Yeah, what if you lose?
Someone is able to pull themselves out of that.
They'll have my confidence till my final day.
Yeah, so better that we all die together.
I know.
You got played, Geralt. Are they excavating something?
Safe conduct.
Ooh. That's a nice dress. Or coat over the dress. Overcoat. I don't freaking know, man.
That is yet to be determined.
I heard about these armors, the Nilfgaardian armors, and how people thought they looked stupid. I don't know, man. I don't mind them. They look kind of silly, but I don't mind.
They allow my research. It's all I care about.
A man of principle.
A man of few principles.
They look out for their people. Everybody gets something.
The same thing, which tastes as if someone pissed in my cup.
Yeah. Communists. Man, communism is a wonderful idea. That's always flawed in execution. It's a great concept that never works in reality. It's sad.
Because I may be missing you.
Aww.
You could go somewhere with, I don't know, 2 types of ale. You could play with your rocks.
Oh, are you rebounding?
I spent years waiting for this moment where you realize we're meant for each other.
And then he got over it.
At least you kept your eyes.
Yeah, that's the only part of her that he recognizes. She's very different from who she once was.
But we don't have much time.
Who the fuck are you?
Very good question.
Vilgefortz of Roggevane.
Go where?
Aretuza.
Oh, she's not interested in going back there.
But right now, that's exactly what Tissaia and I need.
Tissaia and you? How important are you? So she took him up on the offer. Ah, yes, I remember. Back when I was young.
And we think they're going to attack.
And they won't stop there. We need allies from the northern kingdoms.
I'll leave this to the people who actually give a shit. What the hell's going on in here?
We were studying botany.
You sure about that? With all the giggling going on?
If I gave Rector to read your pitiful excuse about that pitiful plant, I'd be gone by nightfall. Fuck that old bag. This was my room. Before anyone you know was born. So you've been to court?
Oh, this trip down memory lane is so adorable.
It's very elegant. Very boring.
Why are you back then?
Why am I back?
Yes, why indeed? Oh, you've come far, little Yennefer.
Who wants to know what those herbs are really good for?
Oh yeah? Are we getting high?
To go to them for all the answers. A word of advice. Think for yourselves.
Oh, she's stirring up a lot of crap.
The ceiling's melting.
No? The herbs are working.
The girls are tripping balls.
Look, I'm levitating.
You'll sell whatever you lack in talent. But you all must have had a conduit moment.
We shouldn't be mixing herbs. We shouldn't even be here.
What's happening to Aretuza, I wonder?
You know, if they catch us, they really will expel us.
There are far worse things than expulsion.
Graduation? For instance? But she won't tell them that.
You want to know more?
Yes,
Yes.
everything.
The Yennefer of that generation.
So the only family, the only loyalty you have is to them.
Yeah.
And you'll trade it all for what?
We're leaving. Come on.
Lesson's not over yet.
Just because you fucked it up doesn't mean we will.
You?
Come on.
With all the magical talent of shoe leather? That's still no guarantee you'll get what you want.
Oh man.
Back to your rooms, girls.
Oh boy. Headmistress is here.
Sometimes you have to compromise in order to survive.
You say I never took responsibility for the way my life turned out.
For years he wasn't serving as a mage.
Or killing babies born at an eclipse.
Yeah, Strangleborn. Friggin' asshat.
Because our kingdoms will be next.
Yep.
Our fight is with Sintra.
Ah, there she is.
We funded research. We have torn down walls, whilst Queen Calanthe has done nothing.
Yeah, we're just gonna take Sintra as well. And then we're done. We promise. And then only this kingdom as well. But that's it, we promise. And then and so on.
Most of us came from Aretuza and Banard. We've simply charted a different path, guided by the White Flame.
Yes, do tell me more.
Forbidden magic is one of the ghost stories taught to us here. There is no such thing as dark or light magic.
What is it Voldemort says in the first Harry Potter? There is only power, and those too weak to seek it.
Enough of this tiring debate. Sintra's a lost cause. Let them reap what they sow.
If she'd taken it, I wouldn't be where I am today.
No.
Neither would Nilfgaard.
Exactly.
With her at the helm, they'd still be a shitty backwater.
Oh, come on, dude. Get over yourself.
Sintra has chosen to turn its back on us. We have called them a lost cause for years. But we stopped trying too.
Exactly. It's like when you have a friend you haven't talked to in ages. The phone works both ways. Just as you haven't called them, they haven't called you.
If Nilfgaard wins.
Yeah, you're scared. I'll come for you.
Others are going to fight. You should join us. Did you hear a word I just said?
Yeah, she wants to. She wants to burn down the system.
Please.
Aww.
Have you ever used that word before?
Ah, Yennefer's so hurt. I can't believe that Geralt was there when all this happened. I would never have guessed that.
The Witcher. I couldn't let him go.
Of course you didn't. You can't let anything go.
Ganek. It's time.
Yes, time for the poison.
Looks like he's escaped.
If he is out there, then there is still hope for
her. Yeah, now you're finally accepting. Finally accepting that you can't do everything. Gotta admit, I really appreciate this revisiting of Sintra. Seeing the same events, but through a different lens. Yeah, now you know what you need to do, Geralt.
Tell me what I want to know and you'll live.
I am already saved.
Freaking fanatics, man.
God, what kind of crazy person talks to a horse?
Geralt does. Careful so you don't light your hair on fire. Company. Are they finally gonna meet? No, that's more than one. I mean, Geralt has had to have been looking for her since then. Everywhere she's gone.
Hey! What are you doing?
Yeah.
Hey!
It's different now.
Stop it!
You don't give the orders anymore, Princess. Rumor is, Nilfgaard's looking for you.
Yeah, we might get a reward if we turn you in.
The only thing special about you was the fucking crown on your head.
No, that's not right.
No!
Don't push her. Something took over.
The wolf's blizzard. The time of the white chill and the white light is nigh.
Yes, the wild hunt is coming.
Time of contempt.
Oh, I like that ending, man. Spooky. Quality spooky. Still no answers. But now we have to be in a unified timeline. Now we have to be in the same place. At last, at long last. It's gonna be a pain in the ass to wait to watch the next episode. I so want to know how this ends. How it ends for the moment, because there's a second season coming, and I don't know how many more seasons after that. I mean, there's no reason to stop as long as it's doing well, and I think this did really well. Yeah, again, I'm really enjoying a lot of the music, both the soundtrack and like the stuff that Jaskier has been playing, and like the in-universe music, as well as the soundtrack. A lot of it had been really good, I think. And I don't know where they filmed this, but there's been some spectacular views as well. In general, I just really, really like these big, expansive vistas, probably because of where I live. Because where I live, it's just evergreen forests everywhere. Basically, I live like in the middle of Brokilon Forest. Basically, it's like that. It's just like evergreens everywhere. So there's never any like distance. You never get to... Yeah, you don't have views really. You just have forest. And of course, Calanthe. Of course, she thinks that she is above. She's better than the rules made for mortals. Like she held herself in such high regard. Like, I've been able to do everything so far, so why wouldn't I be able to do this as well? Like that kind of reasoning behind it. And yeah, I mean, that works. Works great. Until it all of a sudden doesn't work anymore. You should never be too arrogant to ask for help. You should never be so arrogant as to not consider the fact that things might not go your way. At the same time, it's understandable that she's scared, that it's a facade. I don't know, maybe it's too much to ask for her to remain calm and objective about it. Maybe everyone is not a robot, like me. That's what my ex used to call me. Because I don't understand human emotion or something. I wonder what Yennefer's role is going to be in the last episode. Because it has to be substantial. I mean, that's why we've been following her all this time. Right? Or am I completely misinterpreting? I do hope we get some form of resolution for Ciri's story. Like, it doesn't have to be, her story doesn't have to be over for me. And it can end with a cliffhanger, I guess, but I would like there to be some answer. Because this conflict with Nilfgaard is obviously not going to be over by the next episode. There is no way of that happening. There's no way that's going to happen. The Nilfgaardians, they frustrate me. Whenever it comes to any sort of fundamentalist, they always annoy me and frustrate me. To have that sort of... to have that faith to be so sure of something, as fanatics are. It bugs me. I always try to maintain a healthy level of skepticism about everything. It comes from something that allegedly Socrates once said, that the life unexamined is not worth living. By which he meant that you should always try to question everything, including your own, like everything you yourself believe. So yeah, I would really like to know more about this white flame. The thing that it most reminds me of is from Game of Thrones. You remember Melisandre, the Red Priestess? She was a priestess of the Lord of Light. And the Lord of Light, whose followers believe that what we're living in is hell in essence. It's hell, it's pain, it's it's an imperfect world, and in the next life we will, like, when we die, we will go to join the Lord of Light and live in paradise. And I don't know if that rings any bells for anyone, but I mean, that's clearly a reference to Christianity. I wonder if this is kind of similar. So yeah, I'm very curious about... Man, I have a lot of questions. And I hope some of them will be answered. But I realize that all of them probably won't be. But there's only one way to find out, and that is to watch the next episode. So with that said, I am done for today. If you're still here, I thank you very much for joining me. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video, drop your comment down below, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.